Y'all, we definitely need a resolution on Love and Marriage DC. Anyway, y'all, welcome back. This is the Brenda Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brenda Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows, y'all. We got to real quick talk about Owns Love and Marriage DC. This is season 3, episode 5, according to my TV. I know some of y'all still say season 2. Whatever it is here. The title of the episode was A Joyless Ride. Please, y'all, before we get into it, do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. It is a growing channel. I still deeply need your support. We're out of Black History Month, but that don't mean you can't support a Black YouTuber. It's Women's History Month, so support a female, a woman, a YouTuber. Also, y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought of this episode. I'm really interested to know what other people are thinking. Share this video where you have to share your content. You can tag me on Twitter at Brandy Yvonne. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Turn on your bell notifications. Do all other things, y'all. Also, if you are a fan of Love is Blind, the latest review for the last 2 episodes are up, as well as Married at First Sight, as well as Ready to Love, which is another own show, and Bold and Bougie, which is a wee TV show. So all those reviews are up, y'all. Okay, I'm officially caught up after this video. Thank God. I feel like I had a lot of videos to do in the last few days. So anywho, this one I was not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This particular video, I was not excited to come on here and do after watching the episode. I was excited for the episode, but then after I watched it, I was like, it's just becoming more of the same. When people are just in a constant um deadlock with each other and they're just not going to move forward, similar as what we're seeing on sorry if I spit, y'all, similar to what we're seeing on Potomac Housewives, then it gets annoying to me and unpleasant to watch because we're not moving forward. Ashley don't like Joy. Joy don't like Ashley. Now Ashley don't like Clifton. Now Quik don't like Clifton just because Ashley don't like Clifton and Joy also don't like Black. So it's just like, okay, like if this is what the show is going to be the whole time, then to me it takes away what we actually like the show for. Like, hopefully after this trip we can get back to some of the other stuff. Like, I like seeing the Tyler family dynamic with their sons and all that stuff kind of going on, and them going to therapy and all that. Like, can we get to those episodes? Because this right here, I don't need all this unnecessary drama. I don't need it. So for me, the episode wasn't that good. I mean, it had some funny moments. I laughed, but I don't like all this like we just not gonna like each other forever energy. It gets old for me. And we just need some positivity sometimes, y'all. But anywho, let's talk about the episode. Let me get the rants out of the way. We gonna make it fun. We gonna make it fun. Let's get into it. Let's be positive. All right, so the episode basically picks up where they left off. And I remind y'all, we had to take a week off last week for whatever reason. I don't know if it was because of the Oscars or what, but anyway. Um, so we picked up back up where we left off with Jamie. I mean, not Jamie, Lord. Ashley, Erana, and Winter were out to lunch, and Winter's inviting them on the getaway. And Ashley saying, "Girl, I ain't going. The Petties is going. I ain't going." And so Winter's like, "Girl, is it really that serious?" And Ashley's like, "Yes, it's that serious, girl." So in Winter's confessional, she's like, "Ashley, don't be petty about the Petties." She's like, "It's my trip. I want everyone to come. I know everybody has their issues." And so Irena saying Joy, she has her problems with Ashley. She don't want to talk to her. Ashley basically saying the same thing. Excuse me. Irena feels like they need to meet up. Sorry, y'all, if I'm sniffing a lot because I'm still getting over this little cold or allergies or whatever I had going on. I'm gonna take some medicine, matter of fact, when I get off of here. So, um, I gotta do my hair too. That's just too much. Anyway, um, so Ashley eventually decides that she'll go ahead and come on a trip and, she'll have a good time regardless because production said this is all cast trip. That's why everybody's going on this trip. Okay. It's all cast trip. Let's be honest. So the girls are talking and Winter feels like Ashley and Joy need to have a conversation. And one good point Raina said is that they're basically saying the same thing to each other. And that's my thing. And I put this on Twitter earlier. um not Irena, Joy and Ashley are literally the same person. Okay, they are literally the same person. So, and they are both stubborn, like Erana said. So that's why we can't move forward, right? Ashley says that, Joi finally reached out to her months and months after the Christmas party. Now, it ain't been no months and months, right? Because we're barely in February and we're about to celebrate Valentine's Day. So that's not like months and months. That's like a month and a half, really. But okay, girl, a month and months. So anyway, um, and she said Joy sent her this text, and she's like, "Oh, hey, actually, I hope you and the family are well. Per, in light of recent events, blah blah blah." And so Joy actually feels like it was just so professional. Like, girl, you over here sending this like, HR email, like I'm your employer. Like, girl, I'm not your boss. She didn't like the text that Ashley sent her. She didn't feel it was genuine, and I guess she didn't reply. I'm not sure. I'm assuming she didn't reply based on what she was saying. As she was saying, Joy was saying something about like we're black women, we need to represent love and light and all this stuff. And Ashley's like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, what does that do anything? And so I was like, oh, it's funny how Ashley doesn't like the text that Joy reached out with. And at the same time, Joy didn't feel like Ashley's apology text was genuine enough. They're the same. Like, this is annoying. They don't make me curse on camera, child. Anyway, it won't be the first time. So, Erana just feels like the girls need to get together. Ashley said, you know what, she has to spend a lot of time with, Erana. And so she feels like, you know what, this will be a good time to spend time with her and she can still have fun regardless. All right, they going because production says so. Then we get down to Joi and Clifton's house. Clifton's bringing out the beard oil. He says that the logo or whatever looks really good. And so he's good with that. Joy's like, well, I wonder who, designed it. And so I guess Joy did do that, and so I guess they said that Carmen is still working on the copyright situation. Joy said, ain't nothing wrong with a throuple, as we getting the work done. She says not a throuple, it's teamwork. But I think Carmen is mad at them, right? I didn't watch the interview she did about whatever happened, but I think she's not happy with Joi and Clifton right now. But I'm not keeping up with all that. So y'all let me know in the comments what's going on with Carmen, Joi, and Clifton. Let me know. I wonder will Carmen be at the reunion? She probably will be, knowing Carlos. Anyway, so they're talking about how they had a good time with Clifton's on the final stages of his beard oil, so I'm assuming he's out by now though, because this was filmed so dang long ago. So they're talking about the fun time they had with the Tylers, and they did the little dress up role play night, and it was funny. It was a good time, and Joi says she really loves Erana, and she has a hard time, making friends and stuff. Same thing as Ashley. So then they talked about how Winter invited them down to is it called Deep Creek somewhere for a winter wonderland getaway for a ski trip. And so, they appreciate the gesture from Winter. They really do, but they don't know about who's going to be going because the Silvas will be there. And they said, Ashley has a problem with Joi, and now she has a problem with Clifton. And so they were saying in their confessional that, like, there's a lot of turmoil and animosity going on, plus a lot of sassy and bitch assness, because that's what Ashley said about Clifton, right? Which I disagree with. I don't think Ashley should be addressing that man in that way. That's not what he was giving at all, in my opinion. And I just don't like when women call men B words and sassy and all that, because I agree with some of the other what other people have said on YouTube and things like that. Like, that's derogatory and you know what it means, right? And also Clifton wasn't acting like that. That's not what he was doing at all. But whatever. All right. So now we could debate if y'all feel like, Clifton leaned in the girl's face. I don't feel like he did, but I can see how it can be taken that way because he is a big man. So I can see how it can be taken that way, but I don't think he had any intent of threatening behind it. So they said as long as, they all have their separate accommodations, they'll be good. And Winter shares later on an episode that she did have to get separate accommodations for the petties, and they're coming. All right, look like they going to like a hotel or something though. Anywho, they come in because Carlos said y'all got to come. Okay. So anywho, then we get everyone's basically packing up for the trip, right? We see the Tylers at their house packing up for the trip. Irana's asking Jamie, is he excited? He's like, you see from the look on my face? Yeah, I'm excited. So they're talking about the trip, and at the same time, we also see the Silva's packing for the trip, and Quick is like, "Are we going?" Like, I don't want to start packing if we not going. We going. Ashley's like, "I guess we going." Like, I already started packing. She's like, "I just don't know how fun it's gonna be with those people there, and I don't, Joi and Clifton, I don't like them." And Quick is like, "So we basically on the same page, right? As far as Joi and Clifton goes, we not having a conversation with them, right? We on the same page with that, right?" And I was like, "What?" Like, Quick, Quick right now for me gives I want to be mean girl friends with my wife. That's what Quick gives. I'm sorry. That's what it gives. But he's over here calling comfortable, actually calling Clifton a B word and calling him sassy. But look how you're acting, Quick. I'm just saying. So anyway, um, like if anybody, please. So in their confessional, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna just pay them dust when we're there. We're gonna act like they're nobodies. They're not there." Quick is like, "Yeah, what's another word we can use, Ashley?" I'm like, "What? You're a man, Quick, and I'm not even trying to make it a thing. Like, I get defending your wife. Like, that's beautiful. You want to defend your wife, but your wife be dead wrong. So what are you defending? And then you're feeding into the monster mean girl of Ashley, in my opinion. He feeds into it instead of de-escalating it, and I don't like that. So they said they're gonna have fun. She said she been having her issues with her sleeping. Ashley does suffer from insomnia. So she said in the day, if she don't want to do nothing with them, she can just go take a nap. She can get her some good rest. That's her plan for the trip. Okay, girl. So they plan not to even fool with the petties. Back across town with the Tylers, we see them packing, and Jamie asks Irena, like, "Okay, are you gonna hold your girl accountable for what happened at the basketball game?" And so Irena's like, "Yes, because at the end of the day, Clifton did not do anything to her, for her to be acting the way she is." And then Uranus like, "Yeah, another thing, I guess Quick was upset and he called and she's like, you don't know this part yet, but Quick is upset because he said you didn't do anything to stop it or get involved when you seen Clifton getting into it with his wife." So Jamie's like, "What? Like, what's I? Why would I jump in the middle of that?" And he was like, "It'd be one thing if I seen him ball his fist up or something, but I'm not about to get into that." And so he was like, "I feel like Clifton did a good job of not doing anything because I would have been like, you need to get that girl up out your face." I'm like, "Jamie, see, that's what we don't want to do, Jamie." So Jamie didn't need to be getting in it, first of all. That was between Clifton and Ashley. It wasn't a threatening situation. I agree with Jamie in the point where he says it'd be one thing if Clifton looked like he was threatening her or putting his hand up to her or his fist, balling his fist. Okay, yeah, I would expect Jamie or somebody, another man, to jump in it. But um there was no reason for Jamie to jump in it, and he would have made it worse. Okay, we know Jamie; he would have made it worse. So no, and that wasn't his battle. Like, to me, that was like wild for them to think that Jamie should have jumped in to defend Ashley against Clifton for what? That made no sense to me. So anyway, um, so Winter's a little overwhelmed because she felt like she got to get all the people together. She had to get Joi and Clifton separate, accommodations. She called Yusuf to tell them, and she's trying to pack and all that. So then the next day we see, Black and what's her name? Sherelle are going to the Tylers. Everyone's meeting at the Tylers to drive over together. And so Jamie and Arena, they get alcohol bottles together. Jamie feels like Arena has packed way too much. And so they're getting everybody together and all that. So everybody pulls up. Ashley and Quick pulled up like they just thought they were better than everybody else. I'm sorry, that's how they pulled up. And so Winter said, he's Winter and Yusuf were there first, and they're talking to the Tylers, and she's like, "You know what? We're just all about fun. That's what's going." And James like, "Yeah, you gotta tell me." And they shook on it, and she said, "You know what? I can manage 4 kids. I can manage these adults. I can manage this, girl. I don't know." So they all do a cheers. They had some like red drinks Irena had got ready for them, and they cheers. They go on the bus, so they play games on the bus. Well, they Winter first went over the itinerary, and she said they had a private chef. They're gonna have dinner that night. That you can basically do whatever you want to do. You can, do your partner or not, whether you do or not the next day. We're gonna do activities. You could do skiing, snowboarding, tubing, or you can go shopping. So Ashley's like, okay, she down for the tubing. And then I think Irena asked were Joi and Clifton coming still, and Winter said yes, they should be on their way. They got their own space basically. And so Ashley rolled her eyes when they mentioned that. And then I think Quick was saying something about, oh, that's gonna mess up our itinerary. And he was like, oh, y'all could do whatever y'all want to do with them. Me and Ashley could do our own thing. That's fine, right? I was like, why y'all Quick, you're not making it better. You've actually made it worse. You've made it worse. And Quick made a comment at some point in the episode where he said, I don't care if your intentions were not to, do anything to my wife. If she took it that way, then that's how I'm gonna see it. Okay, Quick. Okay. Instead of seeing from your own eyes and helping your wife maybe see it a different way. That's good to validate his wife's feelings. And I'm not trying to invalidate whatever Ashley felt. If she felt a certain way, that's fine. That's fine. But Quick is not helping the situation by his behavior, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So they played like Truth and Dare on the bus, and it's supposed to be like a different version of Truth and Dare. I didn't really get it. There's no dares. Shirella asked about they got does Quick eat Ashley and something about her booty. It got real sexual. And then Quick asking the guys, did they eat booty and all this stuff. Yusuf said he almost did, but he didn't. Ashley said that she gives Winter a thumbs up for Yusuf, but he don't want to eat the boot, eat the groceries. I want to get flagged in this video, but he don't want to eat the groceries, so he a vegan. Anyway, Winter's like, we don't do all this sex talk. Where's she from? Okay. So then I guess Ashley asked Winter a question, or Erana and Erana, or Winter, no, Erana had asked Ashley, and Ashley said, do you really not like Joi or something like that? And she's like, well, basically, she don't like Clifton. And she said she had a relationship at one time with Joi, and she thought they were making a friendship, but she absolutely does not like Clifton. And she had brought this up earlier in the lunch meeting with Winter and Erana, and they showed pictures, and she was like, "Yeah, I thought we were building a friendship." And so Winter's like, "You're hurt," and I think that's also a big part of it is that Joi or Ashley thought she was building a friendship with Joi, and I'm sure Joi thought she was building a friendship with Ashley, and they're both the type of girls who don't make girlfriends easily, right? And so, yeah, Ashley is hurt because she probably thought Joi would be her buddy and not Irana's buddy the way she is, right? And I think that's another huge part of why we have these issues. So then they're continuing playing Truth or Dare. So then I guess Erana or Ashley asked Sherelle, do you not like Joi? So Sherelle's like, I don't have a problem with Joi. I don't really know Joi and Clifton like that. She's like, my issue is the lies and the rumors saying my husband was shady. Everybody knows him, that he didn't do, Black don't have no shady business things. She's like, they gonna come, be cool, we good. And that's what Black basically said. Like, he don't know what the issue is. Like, they want to come on the beef, that he ain't for it, but he don't want to be in this space anymore. And I don't blame them. Now, when it comes to the whole Black and Joi thing, like Joi, if you're not gonna fully explain, and if you're mad about it behind a friend of yours, then I'm gonna need you to move on and wrap it up, because I'm tired of whatever Joy's issue is with Black at this point. I'm tired of it. Mamba Sauce don't look like they travel or tour together no more. So what we talking about? Anyway, and I guess we're gonna really get into that next week, which I am looking forward to seeing that. So, like I said, playing games on the bus. Looks like it's a long bus ride. They finally get there. Winter was planning on them doing like a game to pick the rooms, but she said it's so late, they're tired, they just want to eat. The chefs was there, they're preparing like a 3 course or 5 course meal or something. They had white chefs. I was like, we're the Black owned catering business. But anyway, we in the Deep Creek, so maybe ain't that many available. um, so Winter was like, y'all just pick y'all rooms, ain't got time. So everybody ran upstairs. Now, meanwhile, Winter and Eustace's room is downstairs, and they got this nice bathroom with the separate shower, the toilet, the jacuzzi tub. Now, mind you, they say they not having sex, so there's that. So Erana and Sherelle ran upstairs to look at the rooms, as well as Ashley. Now, Ashley and Quick must have picked a room that had a bathroom upstairs. And so Erana is like, where's the room to the bathrooms? There's no bathroom. And she ran on the same thing. So they all getting mad, like, Winter, you said all the rooms had a bathroom. And she's like, they did show that all the rooms had a bathroom. But you know how you buy something, especially when you get these houses and rooms online, they say it's one way, and then when you get there, it'd be a whole nother way. That always happens with trips like these, right? And so they were gonna have to share a bathroom. So they like, and Black said it's professional, it's gonna about to be wigs everywhere. And so Sherelle's like, I could go back home, have my own bathroom. They were like laughing about it. Like, it wasn't the biggest of deals, but they weren't too happy about the whole sharing the room thing. Jamie wasn't tripping on it though. And then we did see a fun moment when Ashley and Erana got into the shower because when they went downstairs and seen Winter's bathroom, they was like, y'all don't even have sex. Y'all ain't gonna use this tub. Y'all need to switch rooms. Y'all ain't even doing nothing. Y'all got this big old room. Y'all ain't about to even sleep together. Now I was thinking the same thing. Like Winter, you need to go get you a solo room because you ain't about to lay next to this man anyway. Like y'all just gonna be laying in the bed doing nothing anyway. But no, that don't mean they can't have a nice room. It's Winter's trip. And so and Raina, like I said, a fun moment. And Raina and Ashley were in the shower squeezing their chest against the glass. So anyway, then we go sit down at the dinner table. I think the first thing served is a salad. So Jamie's asking Winter and Yusuf how they met. And so Sherelle and Black are explaining, they have the Friends That Smash podcast. Y'all remember from last season. And how Winter came there in her short dress showing her legs. And that's how Winter and Yusuf met. And so they were like, this is the Friends That Don't Smash podcast because, Yusuf and Winter are not having sex. And so somebody else was in Love at First Sight. And so Winter was like, they was like, we don't know. But Winter does love, Yusuf now, she said. And Winter's like, we need the next course because they going on and on up into our business, right? And so Irena's asking Winter, are Joi and Clifton still coming? And they said yes. And so Jamie talks to the chef because he's like, "Oh, is there any soy milk? Anything you're serving me? Because if I have soy milk, I would die." And so he was like, "Oh no, no soy milk. We do have some soy things with soy in it, but no soy milk." And he's like, "Okay, that's fine. Like I just can't do the soy milk." And so he was like, "Yeah, she tried to give me something last time with soy milk." And so Irena's like, "Do I look like I would do anything to kill him?" So in the confessional, Irena said, "You know what? I should carry around a little thing of soy milk in my purse, and for when he started cutting up, I just give him a little soy milk." She's like, "Yeah, I heard that insurance policy looking real good." He was like, "All right, what do you do without me here?" And he's like, "I'm taking that policy with me." I was hollering at that part because that's something I would have thought of. Like, I'm gonna keep a little soy milk in the purse just in case you start cutting up. I was cracking up at that part. Anyway, now Joi and Clifton did finally arrive and they got their separate accommodations. And so they were talking about, the dinner they about to go into, and they're saying they're gonna need a code word to, set their boundaries and leave when they want to leave. So they look it up in the Bible. They tell me they used to have a code word for sex, and they don't want to use that one. So they said faith, righteousness of faith is gonna be their code word. I don't know why that was funny to me, but yeah. So they go down to the dinner. They're like, "Here we go in this mousetrap." So they go in. Joy's like, "Hey, black people, hey!" And so oh, now mind you, when they were at the house talking about it, Joy said, "I don't know what happened on this trip. Maybe black people will unite." Girl, they ain't going to unite. So then, but that was hopeful, girl. It was joyful. So they go in, Joy's like, "Hey, brother Jamie, hey. Clifton, he bigging up the men. He had black. He get around to Quicksilver to try to, dap him up. Quick said, we'll talk later. He didn't stop eating. He kept his stride with that fork. He said, "Yep, we'll talk later." Yep. And so Clifton was like, "Oh, that's how it is." He's like, "Yeah, man, that's how it is." And so Quick, and his question was like, "Man, you think I'm gonna be cool with you and you offended my wife and all that?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "You could have shook his hand. Like, there was no need for that, Quick." And so Clifton's like, "Okay, that's how it's gonna be." And that's pretty much where they cut it off. We see Terry, the intuitive, coming next week. I said, "Terry coming? Where Dr. Francis or the therapist, the black man therapist they had on this show?" Because Terry, no, let Terry come down to Tyler's house every now and then, but not on every trip. No. Anyway, y'all, we kept the review fun, but let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out all the latest videos. Like I told y'all, Love is Blind. Latest reviews are up, Ready to Love, as well as Married at First Sight and Bold and Bougie. If you're a fan of that show, even if you're not a fan, just watch the video, y'all. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.